I want to welcome you guys to today's live trainings. If you're joining me live, I hope you enjoy this and you can get a lot of information, tidbits from it that you can actually implement inside of your very own classroom. Or if you're catching the replay, comment replay. Let me know you guys are able to gain some value from the replay. So in today's topic, we're going to be talking about themed organization, and we're talking about how to simplify your theme planning so that you can stop feeling so scattered and actually have a system that works for you and your students. Okay, your students' excitement will increase, and they will actually look forward to the activities that you have planned, which means that you will have less behavior problems and more engagement in your classroom. Your students will retain more information, and when it's time for your themes to change, students will ask, what's the theme for this week? They come in just like excited, like my students do. They come in weekly and they're like, on Mondays, what's the theme for this week, Miss Tiffany? Because they're so excited. There's ways to get them excited and gets them excited because of how smoothly, basically, your day is organized with fun, theme-related activities. So, guys, as some of you guys come on, I get it. Theme planning can feel like a never-ending cycle of Pinterest searches, mismatched activities, and even last-minute scrambling. But imagine a classroom where your themes flow seamlessly, your activities actually align with your learning goals, and you're not drowning in prep every week. Okay, when you have a system for organizing your themes, it saves you time. It reduces your decision fatigue of what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it, and it helps you feel more in control instead of feeling like you're barely keeping up. So, let's be real. Like when your themes are, oh gosh, when your themes are unorganized, you spend more time basically figuring out things rather than doing things in your classroom, okay? And enjoying your lessons, having a fun time with your students. We're approaching, what is it? We're in March, right? Approaching April. I am just excited, and so is my assistant teacher, co-assistant teacher, just as excited to go into classroom now than we have ever, been. It's just every day. We're just full of energy, and there's a way to do it so you're not tired out and you don't have a fatigue. And so that you're not running around trying to gather materials at the last minute instead of feeling confident and prepared in your classroom. But with a structured plan, you guys, your classroom will run smoother. Your lessons will be more intentional. That's what it's about. And you'll actually get to enjoy teaching again. Being in a classroom, you won't be drained. So a bit before I jump into our topic today, for you guys who are just joining me who don't know who I am Tiffany, and I am a pre-K teacher in the classroom. And I've been for 11 years, and I have an online coaching program where I actually teach pre-K teachers just like you on how to build a stronger classroom community and build a classroom with confidence so that you can save time, stress less, and succeed more in a fraction of the time that it took me to do it, and learn with my proven shortcuts that I use and implement into my classroom and taught several of my clients. So today's training, guys, is about organize your themes so you can stop feeling scattered and start implementing engaging, well-planned lessons without the stress and burnout. So we can go ahead. We're going to go ahead and let's see who else is on to check the comments. For those of you who are feeling like you're constantly scrambling at the last minute and pulling activities together, this is for you. You're in the right place. Okay. This is an interactive training. You guys know, Christine already knows, she's been commenting. This is interactive training. So the more engaged, the more you'll gain and learn. Okay. So let's break down these 3 harsh facts about theme planning and what they could be costing you. Drop a 1. Let's go. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're ready for the first one. The first harsh fact, number 1. All right, so number one, harsh fact number one. I'll just plan my themes as I go. You know, we think that we don't have time to plan, so maybe some of you just go with the flow and you plan as you go. Or you might just try to make things work. Just play it by ear, right? You've heard of that, play it by ear. Planning on the fly actually is what leads to inconsistent lessons, missing materials, unnecessary stress. You're just everywhere. You don't have anything planned. It's not organized. Okay, so this is the chaos that we are experiencing inside your classroom. So what you may see, if this is the case, your theme activities may feel disconnected from each other, making your transitions harder for your students. Right? You're constantly searching for activities last minute, leading to scattered, unorganized lessons. You run out of time. You might run out of time to prepare materials, which makes activities feel rushed or incomplete. So do you feel like, who knows what I'm talking about? Do you feel like theme planning always kind of like sneaks up on you? You're like, oh, I need some activities for this. I need some activities for this theme. Drop I've been there in the comments. I know I've been there where I've had activities, I've had themes before. I had a system, I had themes planned, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was overwhelming with what type of material, how to stay organized for my themes, what to prepare for my themes, how to implement all these ideas that I was getting, which one to implement. It was becoming overwhelming. Basically, disrupts your mojo, right, in the classroom. So what you guys need, if you have been struggling with this, what you guys need to succeed in your classroom is, one, create a theme map. You can create a theme map, just like I have taught my clients in the past. Create a theme map, so now you know exactly what you're covering each week, each month, or however often you change themes. Okay. Pre-plan anchor activities. And what I mean is activities that build on each other. Do this so that they align with your themes, so you're not scrambling for ideas. If you have one anchor activity and then build off of that, it makes it so much easier to stay organized with your theme activities. It's less stressful because you're not like thinking that you don't have to work harder, just smarter, basically. And another thing is, I want you to set up a theme system so that your materials are ready before you need them. So important. This will set you up for success when you do this. And if you're not implementing this in your classroom, for your themes, if you don't have a plan for your themes for your weeks, you'll start to feel disconnected, and you're going to start to waste time searching for these activities instead of delivering these impactful, fun, engaging lessons that get you excited, your assistant, the parents, everyone in your classroom community excited in your classroom. And your students will become disengaged, become bored, and they will lose focus. So I want you guys to be cognizant of this. And there's Anita. Hey, Anita, how are you? Anita's here. Perfect. And she's the one who, like I said, requested this. So thank you, Anita, for that. So here's, guys, why you should plan ahead of time in your classroom. You guys, you could walk into your own classroom knowing exactly what theme you're doing, with all the materials prepped, ready to go. Everything has a place. No more scrambling, no more stress. Just a day filled with smooth transitions. Everything is prepped with a purpose and ready for the week. So now your students have something to look forward to on a consistent basis. Okay? So basically, I came into the school, right? Changed the way that things were organized, and the assistants started to see basically changes in the classroom, and so did the parents. Parents were even looking forward to the themes. The students were now looking forward to the themes. They were coming into the classroom excited because of the way that the themes are organized in the classroom. I had my themes, like I'm telling you to do, already planned. I already had a map for my themes. So I already know what I'm doing. I already know what subject or what topic I'm teaching on, right? So now that happens, that I'm ready with my themes and my topics, now I can go in with a basis to go off of for my themes. So that's what I'm telling you. Get your themes together for the year. If you want to start small, start for the month. Start for the first semester. Start off small and then go if you feel that a year would be too long. But what I'm saying is my themes are already made. So now I have consultants coming in my classroom who are like amazed with how everything is working like clockwork. We have activities for every part of the day. They're all theme related. I know where everything is in the classroom. QR, quality rate even came in my room and they're like, I love coming in your classroom because it's so organized. Your theme, we know exactly what you guys are learning by walking to your classroom. It's the way it's set up. But you have to start with a starting point, which is that organizing your themes, right? But like I said, for the semester, for the year, however. Now, I'll break this down for you basically inside of my program so that you can implement it with ease. But making this a habit and getting your themes prepared in the beginning of the year, you know what to expect. That's half the battle. Making this a habit is a game changer for your classroom so that you're able to, every year, not be stressed with what you're going to be teaching, what theme you're going to be teaching, what materials you're going to be using, what activities you're going to be doing. You're going to already have that because you know what you're teaching for the week. All right? So that's number one. Number two, who's ready for number two? Drop a 2 in the comments. Let me know you're ready for harsh fact number 2. I'm going to share with you guys. We are glad you're here, Anita. This one's a good one. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're ready for number 2. Anita says, me too. Anita says 2. Let's go. Let's do this. And you guys, the comment section is for also engaging. If you have a question, if you have a comment, helping each other out. All right. So harsh fact number 2. I need different activities to make my theme work, or to plan out activities. Right. I need different types of activities. Too many unrelated activities creates chaos instead of connection. And that's what we want to do, is create connection with our themes. Organizing your weeks with themes. We don't want to create the chaos. We want to create a consistent connection with the theme, with your students, with activities that you're doing. So maybe your activities feel like they're scattered, they're all over the place, they're not related, making it hard for your students to make connections. Or maybe you're using multiple resources that don't tie together, that actually leave gaps in their learning, or you're constantly searching for new activities instead of using a more structured approach. So I know I've done this before. Have you ever thrown together a bunch of cute activities? Oh, this is so cute, but they're not related to your theme. And felt like maybe it was missing something. Drop a I've been there in the comments. I've thrown together activities. I'm like, all right, well, we'll do this now, and then maybe we can do this activity, and then maybe this activity, and then all of a sudden kids are disengaged, or their behaviors are out of control, or it's not flowing. It's not flowing consistently. Not against it. Christine says, not against it, but why themes? Ha ha. Themes, great question, Christine. Themes actually get them excited, engaged. Life skills. I've been there. Yes, Anita, right? Themes they're fun. Pre-K, they're 4 and 5 year olds. They're fun. They're different themes, different topics. There's so much to learn out there. Using different themes will keep them excited, looking forward to the next week. There's so many learning topics that they can get from the themes. So basically, what you need for this to succeed in your classroom is one thing that I love doing. Like I teach concepts like letters, numbers, colors, printing, etc. All different ways with all different manipulatives. Okay, that works too. Yep. So anchor your themes or your concepts to a book. That's one way to start. So everything connects to a central idea. It all starts with a book. This is so important. This is what we do in our classroom. You'll start to see amazing things. Anchor your themes to a book so everything connects to your central idea. Plan activities that build on the story instead of just picking random cute activities. Organize your themes. Keep your themes organized. Plan activities, like I said, that build on top of the story instead of just picking random cute ones. That sounds good. Christine says, thanks, you're welcome. Use the book from multiple learning areas. Works like a charm. So you're not scrambling for ideas to use. You don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be scrambling everywhere. Pinterest, YouTube, whatever, everything resources there are out there. You don't need to do all of that. That's doing extra work on top of what you need to be focusing on. Use the book for multiple learning areas. When I say that, I mean like art, math, literacy, science, to reinforce your concepts for your themes. So much fun. It gets your students engaged. You have their attention, their focus. They're interested in what you're learning because it's not some random fact. They're building on this theme throughout the whole week, Monday, Tuesday. So by Friday, they've got the concepts down that have to do with this theme. And now you can do fun activities on Fridays that have them going home, repeating this stuff to their siblings or saying it at home on a car ride home. And parents are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they learned all this. Yeah, because we've tied everything into a theme. Okay? So without a book as the foundation, themes will feel disjointed. Students don't fully grasp the concepts because things are all over the place. A strong anchor book will create consistency, deepens your engagement, and makes learning stick. They remember these concepts from months ago, from when we first started. 5-star work. We had one of the students today. We were coloring something. I can't remember what it was. We're coloring something. Or maybe it was yesterday with the St. Patrick's Day. It was the shamrocks. It was with the shamrocks. Okay. So in the beginning, we used the book, and then one of the literacy charts had to do with the book. And then one of the points on that chart was no white space when they're creating something, right? Or, a little white space is fine. But for the most part, we want to cover the white space to make it look nice, right? So anyway, yesterday, one of them says, while they're making their clovers, they're like, Miss Tiffany. I'm like, yeah, make sure, it was working on tearing the green paper, using the glue, putting on the shamrock, and making their shamrock, right? One of them was like, yeah, Miss Tiffany, and no white space. Guys, that was in August. That was or maybe September. It was or August, September. And we are in March now. They remembered that concept because I tied it to a book. That was a theme. The theme for that week, that book had to do with, right? My point is, this stuff works and it gets the information to stick. All right. So, okay, let me check the comments. All right. Hope I'm getting you guys excited about this. I want you to imagine reading a book to your students, reading a book on Monday, and watching your students naturally make connections throughout the week during art centers, discussions, when activities reinforce the same theme. Your students will retain more and you'll spend less time searching for extra stuff that does not actually have value. It doesn't add value. Your room could be one where your activities feel intentional, engaging, and manageable instead of rushed and chaotic. Less stress, more learning. They are hitting all the benchmarks and more. This is what keeps the flow of your classroom while shifting the focus back to intentional book-centered planning instead of overwhelming activity overload. Okay, I came into this classroom. A teacher, she would have great ideas, really good ideas. She would prep the materials, cut, laminate, etc. All right, and never get to implementing them. And I'm like, you're spending all this time planning, cutting, and then all this stuff just sits on the cabinet. Like, we've got to make moves. We need a better system here. She had no system that would prevent her from over planning and overdoing. So now what happened? She was becoming burnt out with doing all this extra work and trying to figure out how to keep these students engaged and staying on task. She would be exhausted at the end of the day and didn't know how much more she could take on her own. She would go home drained. Came to the point I was like, hey, look, is it okay if I told you there was a better way? Is it okay if I show you how? Is it okay? And she said, yes, absolutely. And I'm like, all right, let's make this magic happen, right? So I took over, and now she looks forward to going in the classroom every day in the morning. The other day, coming in the classroom saying, all right, what we got, right? Being excited for theme-related activities because of how organized our systems are throughout the week for keeping things flowing for our theme, right? No more overwhelmed, goes home stress-free, loves coming in the classroom in the mornings, right? Blows me away. I love it. So basically, inside my program, guys, I walk you through exactly how to do this, but this is something every teacher needs to prioritize so that they're not going home stressed, so they're not working themselves, so that they're not spending hours on Pinterest or YouTube trying to find all these things that work when there's a better way. All right. So that is number 2. I love the idea of planning around literacy book. Yes, Anita, exactly right. Once I taught my past clients how to do that, they started to see what I was talking about. Their students are now engaged. They're focused. So now their behaviors aren't all over the place. They're focused. They're ready for the next thing. They're asking for the next thing. They're going home repeating this stuff. After, like I said, after you do this, like I showed my past clients how to do it, and they started to see amazing things. There's a way to do it, and you have to start now to see a change in your classroom that you're looking for. So that's exciting. All right, so harsh fact number 3. Who's ready for number 3? Give me a 3 in the comments. Harsh fact number 3. And I hear this one the most. This might be my favorite one. Get my mouse back over here. This might be my favorite one. Anita says 3. Christine says 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. She is ready. All right, Christine, Anita, I love the engagement and interaction. Number 3. Harsh fact number 3. We think, I don't have time to organize my themes. Guys, you don't need more time. You just need a simple system to store your materials. That's all you need. If you don't do this in your classroom, you'll feel like planning your themes is just one more thing I got to do on my plate. So now you don't have one. You don't have a plan, and you never get around to it. Your activities may be all over the place, on your computer, right? In binders, in a million different places. So now you don't know what to do or when. You don't know where to start, and you keep putting it off. So now the cycle continues of not being organized for your themes and not having a place to start. Is that you? Do you feel like organizing your themes is overwhelming? Is that a feeling is that overwhelming to you? Or how would you put it in your words? Drop a yep in the comments or put your own comment. How do you feel about organizing your themes? How does theme organization go for you? Yes, it's stressful. Trying to find everything I need. Okay, so trying to find everything you need is stressful. Crafts. All right, so that's so important. So that's what we're talking about now, Anita. Trying to find everything you need. All right, so here's what we need to succeed in this area, guys. We need to use basically a planning template to make prep fast and easy. Store your materials in one place. Store your materials so that everything is in one place. Set aside a time weekly to stay ahead and avoid last minute stress. Not having the time is not an excuse, because you should have time. Make time, whether it's before school or you're planning after school. Set a time, an hour, and get everything done. Set aside a time, however much you need weekly, to stay ahead, to avoid those last minute stress. It is a huge time saver. All right. Christine says she has things in Ziplocs and in the filing cabinet. Without having a clear system, guys, your theme planning will feel chaotic. And you'll spend way too much time, like I said earlier, trying to be organized instead of teaching. You could actually have a classroom where your themes are organized, easy to prep, and stress-free. All right? You always know where everything is and what's coming up, and it actually feels fun again. Your students could enjoy helping you and participating and preparing for these activities and getting you ready for the next themed activity of the day. My students love it. They look forward to it. They look forward to helping with throughout the whole day the themed activities that we have. They know what to anticipate. They know what to do. I get them excited about it. And it's fun. It is fun. It's fun for us. It's fun for the assistant. It's fun for the parents. It's fun for everyone, the whole classroom community. And this is what it is about, your classroom community. All right. So when I came into this classroom one time, I sat there and observed. There was no themed organization. I could not tell what they were learning. It was just random activities that the students were doing. They had no connection to each other. You know what I saw? I saw students under the table, crawling under the table. I saw chairs moved all around the classroom. I saw toys all over the floor. And I'm like, no. Behaviors were all over the place. It was loud. And like I said, I couldn't tell what was being learned that lined up with objectives that we teach in pre-K. So then I said, okay, I'm going to implement some themed planning into this classroom. Everyone felt it and everybody saw it. That classroom did a complete 360. Okay. So it went from that to now the students were sitting down. They were engaged. They were involved. They wanted a turn. The literacy charts, they all wanted a turn with literacy charts. They all are wanting a turn to answer questions. They're wanting to complete all the small groups throughout the week. They don't want, if they miss a small group, oh, Miss Tiffany, I didn't do that small group. They're so excited to do these activities. They're involved. Like I said, it went from what I saw before, people underneath the table, toys everywhere, like all over the table. Like I didn't know what was going on. To now, you see students sitting on the carpet, engaged and focused and listening and participating and excited. And excited to come to school. They look forward to it. They're looking forward to the themes, okay? So I show you these exact strategies, guys, for this inside of my program. But no matter what, this is something every teacher needs, so that they're not all over the place with their ideas. Connect everything together so that you're not dealing with all these extra behaviors and everything that takes away from your teaching. It takes away from what we like to do in our joy, which is to teach. When we're having to deal with behaviors and toys everywhere, and now it's, okay, clean up, then they don't clean up. It's like you're having to deal with all that instead of dealing with the fulfillment of seeing and listening and hearing their excitement and listening and hearing them being engaged in your activities. All right. So the bottom line, guys, is that your themes don't have to feel overwhelming. A simple system saves you time, energy, and stress. The key is planning ahead, focusing on quality, and keeping it simple. All right. So basically what we talked about today, Anita, I would love to see a day in the life of you in your classroom. I would, if I could, I would. If I could, I would do a whole week and say, this is how your weekly themes should be. Because the engagement and the level of engagement is through the roof. And that's every day. We are so excited to start the day and to go through the whole day. Our energy is the same. At the end of the day, I'm not exhausted. I'm not frustrated. I'm engaging with them. I'm playing with them. At the end of the day, I'm sitting down and I'm asking questions. And same thing with my sisters. Like we enjoy our time in the classroom. It's fulfillment. I love seeing them regurgitate this information that we are giving them. It's educational stuff that they're learning. It's kindergarten stuff, even some first grade stuff that they pick up and retain. Parents are just amazed. It's because they can do it with your themes and themed organization. So basically, map number one. Anybody remember number one? That would be awesome. Wouldn't it, Anita? If I could, I would, but I can't. So I just teach it in my in my coaching program. That's how I get it to you guys. All right. So number one was map out your themes for the year so that you know what's coming. All right. Number two, choose your core activities and build on them for your different subject areas and objectives, instead of overloading yourself. Okay. Number three, create a simple system for storing and prepping materials. These are the three most things most teachers are missing when it comes to theme planning and themed organization. So if your themes feel scattered, overwhelming, or stressful, chances are you're missing one of these. All right. So the next step is, this is, like I said before, earlier, this is what I help teachers with inside of my coaching program, the cohesive classroom method. I teach you how to save time, stress less, and succeed more, how to structure your classroom in a way so that it is fun and engaging and exciting day after day, year after year. I'm on year 11, and you see me, I'm full of energy because I implement the same thing every single year. It's boom, 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 boom. It's on repeat. And yeah, so like I said, I would love to help you guys out where things can flow effortlessly in your classroom. So if you do want help, I'm offering to you, you can comment chat, or you can actually send me a private message and reach out to me. And we'll kind of just see what's going on in your classroom and kind of gauge what's going on and help you guys out in that way, shape, and form. But again, if this is something that you are looking for and you have a passion for teaching, but you may be just missing a missing link, let's jump on a chat. I'll be more than happy to chat with you to see if I will be able to help you take your classroom to the next level, just like I've done at my schools, the new school that I'm at, taking my assistant from on the verge of quitting, finding another job. Before I got there, she was on the verge of quitting, looking for jobs, and now she is still in the classroom, comes in happy. What are we doing today? I would love to help you out too. So if you did get engagement, if you did get value, comment value in the chat. And replayers, if you're watching on a replay, comment value as well. Drop an emoji if you're excited to get your themes organized and have this happen in your classroom where, we come in the morning, my assistant, she does one thing, and then boom, throughout the rest of the day for our themed activities, she's not prepping. I'm not prepping. I'm not setting up. She's not setting up because of the way we have things organized in our classroom to run throughout the day for our themes. Okay, get your students running your classroom. Get them excited. Get them wanting to do the right thing, wanting to be a leader, and showing you what they can do. All right. Like I said, drop an emoji if you're excited to get your themes organized. Maybe tag a teacher friend who needs to get their themes organized. Value. Awesome, Anita. Raquette, hey, good evening. Sorry I'm late. Been out and just getting a chance to log in. No problem. All right. I want you guys, be sure to check our monthly content calendar. It's pinned in the group. And next week I have something special for you. It will be our first, Christine, it'll be our masterclass that's going to be happening next Tuesday. It will not be a live training. It will be a live masterclass. The masterclasses are going to go for a little bit longer, be about an hour or so, give or take. Other than that, check the monthly content calendar. Like I said, that's pinned in the group. The masterclass is scheduled already for next Tuesday. I'll see you at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here inside of our group, the Pre-K Playbook for Classroom Management. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope you gotten value. And I'll see you next time.